Breaking. Fed cuts rates by 25 BPS. Bitcoin and crypto market reaction live. Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency. Market. Live coverage of the FOMC rate call and Powell's presser. Tracking instant impact on BTC, ETH, and altcoins. Prices, liquidations, funding, DXY, Treasury yields, the dot plot, and CME odds. Crypto journalist. Anas Hassan. Crypto journalist. Anas Hassan. About author. Anas is a crypto-native journalist and SEO writer with over 5 years of writing experience covering blockchain, crypto, DeFi, and emerging tech. Author profile. Share. Copied. Last updated 1 hour ago. The Fed delivers its rate cut decision today. A pivot point for Bitcoin and the wider crypto market. Lower policy rates can ease financial conditions, weaken the dollar, and nudge risk appetite higher, while a hawkish surprise can do the opposite. With liquidity and funding costs key to crypto, even small changes in the statement language or the dot plot can ripple across BTC, ETH, and high beta altcoins. We'll be tracking the decision and Powell's press conference in real time. Spot moves in BTC/ETH, liquidation clusters, perp funding, open interest, options implied vol and basis, alongside DXY, Treasury yields, and equities. Expect instant reads on order books and heat maps, plus context from CME probabilities and how the market's path of cuts/pricing shifts minute by minute. Live. Fed rate cuts rates by 25 BPS. Upper bound now 4.25%. Bitcoin and crypto market reaction updates. September 17th. First Prev 1 of 4 next last Anas Hassan hour ago Fed Chair Powell. Don't view rate projections as certainty. Consider probability. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell is urging markets and investors not to treat the Fed's summary of economic projections, SEP, as guaranteed outcomes, emphasizing that the central bank's rate cut forecast should be viewed through a lens of probability rather than certainty. This cautionary message suggests Powell wants to manage expectations and maintain the Fed's flexibility to adjust policy based on incoming economic data, rather than being locked into a predetermined path of rate cuts. Anas Hassan 2 hours ago Powell confirms economic slowdown. The economy has slowed down. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell has directly acknowledged that the economy has slowed down, providing a clear and unambiguous assessment of current economic conditions that validates the Fed's decision to begin cutting interest rates. This straightforward admission represents a significant shift from previous Fed communications that were more measured in describing economic conditions, and helps explain why the central bank moved to cut rates despite inflation remaining above its 2% target. Powell's frank acknowledgement of the economic slowdown, combined with his earlier comments about the job market no longer being solid, paints a picture of growing Fed concern about economic momentum and suggests the central bank is prepared to act more aggressively to support growth and employment in the coming months. Anas Hassan 2 hours ago Powell admits uncertainty, says he doesn't know if 25 BP cut will make huge difference. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell has made a surprisingly candid admission, stating he doesn't know whether today's 25 basis point rate cut will make a huge difference to economic conditions. This unusually frank assessment from the Fed chair suggests uncertainty about the effectiveness of modest monetary policy adjustments in the current economic environment, potentially indicating that larger or more frequent cuts may be needed to meaningfully impact growth and employment. Powell's honest uncertainty about the policy's impact could be interpreted as dovish, as it implies the Fed may need to be more aggressive with future easing if modest cuts prove insufficient to address the economic challenges they've identified, particularly the rising downside risks to employment mentioned in today's FOMC statement. Anas Hassan 2 hours ago following Fed rate cut. 105 M in crypto liquidations over past 30 minutes. The crypto market has experienced a severe liquidation event with over $105 million in positions forcibly closed within just 30 minutes, indicating significant volatility following the Federal Reserve's rate decision and Powell's subsequent comments. This massive liquidation wave suggests that leveraged traders were caught off guard by the market's reaction to the Fed's messaging, likely triggering cascading margin calls as prices moved against highly leveraged positions. Immediate market reaction may be disappointing some bulls who had positioned for a more explosive rally following the rate cut. Anas Hassan 2 hours ago Powell. Fed can no longer call job market solid. As employment concerns rise, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell has made a significant shift in the Fed's assessment of employment conditions, stating that the central bank can no longer characterize the job market as a solid, marking a notable change from previous Fed communications. This acknowledgement represents a more cautious and realistic view of labor market conditions, aligning with the FOMC's earlier statement that cited rising downside risks to employment as a key factor in today's rate cut decision. Powell's frank admission suggests the Fed is increasingly concerned about weakening employment trends and provides further justification for the central bank's pivot toward more accommodative monetary policy, as protecting employment becomes a higher priority in its dual mandate alongside controlling inflation. First Prev 1 of 4 next last. Follow us on Google News. Trending news. Recommended popular crypto topics price predictions. New ChatGPT model predicts the price of XRP, Solana and Pepe by the end of 2025 breaking. Fed cuts rates by 25 BPS. Bitcoin and crypto market reaction. Livikina's DeepSeek AI predicts the price of XRP, Picoin and Solana by the end of 2025. Why is crypto down today? September 15, 2025 Ethereum price prediction. Huge ETH outflow signals incoming supply squeeze. $10,000 ETH could be weeks away. Price analysis. XRP price prediction. Coinbase supply collapses 90%. Is a $10 XRP super squeeze loading? 2 days ago. By Alejandro Arich. Industry Talk. Live crypto news today. Latest updates for September 15, 2025. Bitcoin stabilizes around $116,000, while altcoins see mixed action. 2 days ago. By Jai Pratap. Industry Talk. Live crypto news today. Latest updates for September 17, 2025. Crypto market rebounds as Bitcoin tops $116,000 ahead of Fed rate call. 16 hours ago. By Jai Pratap. Best crypto to buy now in September 2025. Top crypto to invest in. 2 days ago. By Alan Draper. New cryptocurrencies to invest in September 2025. Top new crypto coins. 1 day ago. By Inesis Tavares. 11 best crypto presales to invest in 2025. Presale crypto list. 7 hours ago. By Alan Draper. 16 new and upcoming Coinbase listings in September 2025. 2 days ago. By Elijah Rankovich. 15 new and upcoming Binance listings in 2025. 2 days ago. By Elijah Rankovich. What is the next crypto to explode in 2025? 10 hours ago. By Elijah Rankovich. Bitcoin, BTC, price prediction 2025 to 2030. 13 hours ago. By Leon Waters. XRP, price prediction 2025, 2026 to 2030. August 29, 2025. By Eric Huffman. Ethereum price prediction 2025 to 2030. 6 days ago. By Ben Beto.